Nobody's coming. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not the government. No one is going to hand you the life you want. No one is going to drag you out of bed. No one is going to fight your battles for you. It's on you. Your discipline, your decisions, your actions. Every excuse you make, every delay, every moment you waste, it's building the walls of your own prison. So stop waiting for help. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for someone to push you, because the truth is brutal. And the truth is this: no one is coming. It's on YOU. When you take ownership, you strip away every excuse. You remove the safety nets, the blame, and the justifications that people hide behind when things don't go their way. Most people look for someone else to blame when they fail. They point the finger at their boss, their family, their circumstances, or even the world. But ownership means you stop pointing fingers and you start pointing the thumb straight back at yourself. Every mistake, every failure, every shortcoming, you own it. Because the truth is, when you blame others, you give away your power. You hand over control of your life. But when you own it, you take control back. You accept that your decisions, your actions, and your discipline determine where you end up. Owning everything doesn't mean you beat yourself up or drown in guilt. It means you take responsibility with clarity and with strength. You say, this happened because of me, and that means I have the power to change it. It is a mindset shift that most people never make. They live in a cycle of excuses, waiting for circumstances to change before they act. But excuses are just lies we tell ourselves to feel better about inaction. Ownership kills excuses. It forces you to confront reality. And when you confront reality, you can actually change it. Think about the areas of your life where you struggle. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your career, maybe it's your relationships. Ask yourself one question: what role did I play? If you are overweight, own it. Stop blaming genetics. Stop blaming the food industry. Stop blaming your busy schedule. If your career is stuck, own it. Stop blaming your manager. Stop blaming the market. Stop blaming bad luck. If your relationships are broken, own it. Stop blaming other people for not understanding you or supporting you. The common denominator in all these situations is you. And the moment you accept that, you give yourself a chance to change. Ownership is not about control over everything. There will always be factors you can't influence: accidents, setbacks, failures beyond your reach. But ownership is about your response. It's about accepting that while you can't control everything, you can control yourself. You can control your effort, your preparation, your discipline, and your mindset. When something goes wrong, you don't ask, why me? You ask, what can I do right now? How can I adjust, adapt, and move forward? No excuses means you stop hiding behind stories. Stories like, I don't have enough time, or I wasn't given the right opportunities, or it's not fair. Life isn't fair. It was never supposed to be. The question isn't whether you were given a perfect path. The question is what you do with the path you have. And that starts with accountability. That starts with saying, this is on me. I will fix it. I will make it happen. When you truly embrace this, you realize something powerful: nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your excuses. The world responds to results. And the only way you get results is by owning every part of the process. Ownership puts you in the driver's seat of your life. You stop waiting for someone else to steer. You stop waiting for circumstances to magically shift. You grip the wheel and you steer, even if the road is rough, even if the weather is brutal, even if the conditions are against you, because it's yours. It's your life, your responsibility, your mission. Discipline is the foundation. It's the structure that keeps everything together when motivation fades, when energy runs low, when the excitement of starting something new disappears. People talk about motivation as if it's the answer, but motivation is temporary, fragile, fleeting. Discipline is different. Discipline is not about feeling like doing it. It's about doing it regardless of how you feel. It's about showing up day after day, whether the conditions are perfect or miserable, whether you're energized or exhausted. Discipline doesn't care about feelings. Discipline cares about actions. When you build discipline, you build a weapon that no obstacle can break. life will test you. Life will throw setbacks, failures, pain, and doubt in your path. If you rely on motivation, you will collapse under that weight. But if you rely on discipline, you endure. Discipline makes you act when your body screams for comfort. Discipline makes you push when your mind whispers that you've had enough. Discipline is the reason a soldier gets up before dawn, trains when others are asleep, and stays sharp in the middle of chaos. Discipline is the reason someone achieves goals that once looked impossible. Think about it. Every meaningful achievement in history was fueled not by bursts of motivation, but by relentless discipline. Athletes who master their craft don't train only when they feel inspired, they train every single day. Leaders who build strong teams don't lead only when it's convenient, they lead with consistency, even in silence. Entrepreneurs who create something great don't wait for the perfect conditions, they grind daily through doubt, rejection, and failure. The common denominator is discipline. It is the only weapon sharp enough to cut through resistance and strong enough to survive the grind. Discipline is also freedom. At first it sounds contradictory. How can restriction equal freedom? But the truth is, discipline liberates you from weakness. Discipline frees you from the control of laziness, from the chains of procrastination, from the trap of bad habits. Discipline allows you to control your choices instead of being controlled by impulses. It means you don't eat junk food just because you crave it. It means you don't skip the workout just because you feel tired. It means you don't waste time scrolling when you know you should be working. Discipline creates structure, and within that structure is freedom to be healthier, stronger, more capable, more resilient. Without discipline, life is chaos. Goals fall apart, promises to yourself are broken, dreams die quietly. Without discipline, you drift, pulled in every direction by distractions, temptations, and comfort. But with discipline, you anchor yourself. You decide where you're going and you stay on course no matter how strong the current. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's repetitive. It's demanding. It's hard. But that's why it works. Because discipline is the grind that shapes you. It's the hammer that forges resilience, the fire that burns away weakness, the shield that protects you when everything else fails. When the world tests you, when the noise around you tries to break your focus, when your own mind tries to bargain for comfort, the only weapon you have is discipline. Not hope, not luck, not talent. Discipline. It's what gets you up at 4 in the morning to train. It's what pushes you to keep working when others are resting. It's what forces you to study, to prepare, to execute, even when nobody is watching, even when nobody will ever clap for you. Discipline is the silent weapon, the relentless weapon, the weapon that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Comfort feels good. It feels safe. It feels easy. But comfort is a trap. Comfort lulls you into thinking you're fine where you are, that you don't need to change, that you don't need to push any further. Comfort whispers that you've done enough, that you can relax, that you can stop fighting. And that's the enemy. Because growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth only comes through struggle, through challenge, through pressure. The body gets stronger under resistance. The mind sharpens under stress. The spirit hardens under adversity. Without those things, you stay exactly the same. Comfort is what keeps people stuck. It keeps them from chasing their goals, from breaking bad habits, from reaching their potential. You know what comfort looks like? It's sleeping in instead of waking up early to train. It's choosing the couch instead of the gym. It's scrolling your phone instead of working on your craft. It's eating whatever tastes good instead of fueling your body with discipline. Comfort rewards you in the short term, but it punishes you in the long term. Every time you choose comfort, you trade growth for stagnation. You might not see it in the moment, but months and years later, you look back and realize that comfort cost you progress. When you deliberately step out of comfort, you enter the zone where growth happens. The workout that pushes you past exhaustion, the late night studying when your mind is tired, the difficult conversation that forces you to be honest, the tough decision that demands sacrifice, those are the moments that change you. Growth doesn't come when you're relaxed, It comes when you're uncomfortable. The discomfort you feel is the signal that you're stretching, that you're breaking limits, that you're becoming more than you were yesterday. The problem is most people avoid discomfort like it's the enemy. They look for shortcuts, hacks, easy paths. They chase pleasure and avoid pain. But in reality, the discomfort is the path. The pain is the path. Every time you embrace it, you become stronger. Every time you lean into it, you move forward. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who had the most comfort. They're the ones who trained themselves to be at home in discomfort. They built resilience by living where most people refuse to go. Comfort is seductive because it disguises itself as happiness. It tells you to relax, to enjoy life, to take it easy. But real happiness doesn't come from comfort. It comes from progress. It comes from looking at yourself and knowing you fought, you endured, you did the hard things. Comfort gives you nothing to be proud of. Struggle gives you pride, confidence, and strength. Comfort keeps you weak, but discomfort builds you into someone who can face anything. If you want growth, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That means deliberately putting yourself in situations that stretch you. That means pushing through the last reps when your muscles are burning. That means waking up before the sun when your body begs for more sleep. That means speaking up when your voice shakes. That means choosing the harder path again and again until it becomes who you are. Growth doesn't wait for you in the safe zone. Growth waits for you in the place where most people refuse to go. Comfort is not just the absence of growth, it's the enemy of it. It's what holds you back from becoming the person you were meant to be. It keeps you average. It keeps you soft. It keeps you from discovering what you're capable of when everything inside you wants to quit. Growth demands sacrifice, and the first sacrifice is comfort. Intention is easy. Anyone can have good intentions. People talk all day about what they want to do, what they plan to do, what they're going to change in their lives. They write down goals, they make lists, they post about their dreams, and they convince themselves that intention is progress. But it's not. Intention means nothing without action. The world doesn't move because you intended something. Your life doesn't change because you thought about it. Action is what separates those who dream from those who execute. Action is what builds results. Action beats intention because intention is passive. Intention lives in your mind. Action lives in reality. You can intend to wake up early, but if you hit the snooze button, intention is worthless. You can intend to start a business, but if you never make the first call, intention is useless. You can intend to change your habits, but if you don't actually change your behavior, intention is empty. The graveyard is full of people with good intentions, full of people who plan to do something someday, but never acted, and someday never came. Action is uncomfortable. That's why most people stay stuck in intention. Intention feels safe. You can sit and plan forever without ever risking failure. Action demands risk. Action demands effort. Action exposes you to criticism, to mistakes, to setbacks. But action is the only thing that creates growth. You don't learn by planning, you learn by doing. You don't gain strength by intending to train. You gain strength by lifting the weight, by running the miles, by sweating through the work. Every action, even if it's small, is worth more than the best intention. When you act, you build momentum. Action compounds. One step turns into two, two turns into 10, 10 turns into a new reality. Intention doesn't compound. Intention just sits there, waiting, rotting, disappearing into wasted potential. Think about the people you admire, the ones who achieved something great. They weren't the ones with the most intentions. They were the ones who acted, who executed, who did the work when it was hard, when it was inconvenient, when no one else would. Action is the differentiator. Intention can be a trap because it feels like progress. People say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm preparing, or I'm waiting for the right time. They convince themselves that intention is enough, that thinking about the goal is the same as moving toward it. But tomorrow is an illusion. The right time never comes. Waiting kills dreams. Action, no matter how imperfect, moves you forward. A bad workout is better than no workout. A rough first draft is better than a blank page. A small step forward is better than standing still with grand intentions. Discipline turns intention into action. It's discipline that forces you to do the work when you don't feel like it. It's discipline that pushes you to take steps even when you're tired, even when you're unsure, even when you're afraid. Intention doesn't require discipline. That's why it's easy. Action requires discipline, and that's why it's rare. The people who get results are not the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who execute. Action beats intention every time because action is proof. Action is evidence. Action is the only thing that counts. Words don't count. Promises don't count. Plans don't count. The only scoreboard that matters is results, and results come from action. Every time you hesitate, every time you stall in intention, you lose time. Every time you act, you gain ground. The choice is simply stay stuck in what you intend to do, or step up and execute on what you said you would do. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, no matter how much you prepare, things will go wrong. Obstacles will appear that you didn't expect. Setbacks will hit you harder than you thought. Plans will fall apart. That's the reality of the battlefield, whether it's in war, in business, in training, or in your personal life. The question is not whether challenges will come. The question is how you respond when they do. The mindset has to be simple: adapt, overcome, keep moving. Adaptation is the first step. When the situation changes, you change with it. Too many people freeze when things don't go as expected. They waste time complaining, wishing the problem wasn't there, waiting for conditions to get better. But time spent wishing is time lost. Adaptation means you shift immediately. You assess the new reality, you adjust your strategy, and you keep fighting. It's not about what you plan to do. It's about what you can do with what's in front of you. The enemy changes tactics, the environment shifts, the resources you thought you had disappear, so you adapt. Flexibility is strength. Rigidity breaks under pressure. Overcoming is the next step. Adapting means adjusting, but overcoming means refusing to quit. It means looking at the obstacle and deciding it will not stop you. Overcoming is about grit. It's about refusing to surrender when things get hard. Everyone faces resistance. Everyone faces failure, but most people fold when it gets heavy. Overcoming means you bear the weight, you carry the burden, you push anyway. It's not that the problem disappears. It's that you find a way through it, around it, or over it. You use creativity, persistence, and relentless willpower. You fight until the obstacle is behind you, no matter how many times you get knocked down in the process. And then there's the final piece: keep moving. Because even after you adapt and overcome one challenge, there will be another one waiting. Life doesn't give you a finish line where everything becomes easy. The moment you think the fight is over, another test arrives. That's why momentum matters. Keep moving forward, step by step, day after day. Progress isn't about giant leaps. Progress is about refusing to stand still. It's about building the habit of forward motion. When you get knocked down, you don't stay on the ground. You get up, you move again. One step, then another. The pace doesn't matter as much as the direction. Adapt, overcome. Keep moving is not just a saying, it's a survival strategy. It's how soldiers make it through combat. It's how leaders push through chaos. It's how individuals endure hardship and come out stronger on the other side. The people who fail are the ones who stop. They stop adapting, they stop fighting, they stop moving. The people who win are the ones who never stop. They pivot when needed, they push through resistance, and they keep walking even when every part of them wants to quit. Challenges are guaranteed. Setbacks are guaranteed. Pain is guaranteed. But the response is up to you. Adaptation keeps you flexible, overcoming keeps you resilient, and forward movement keeps you unstoppable. This mindset turns obstacles into fuel. It turns failures into lessons. It turns hardship into growth. Every single time life hits you, you respond with the same formula: adapt, overcome, keep moving. When the struggle comes, it's natural to look around and hope someone will step in to save you. You hope a friend will lend a hand, a mentor will guide you, a leader will pull you out of the fire. But the truth is harsh. No one is going to fight your battles for you. No one is going to carry your weight. No one is going to put in the work that belongs to you. It's your fight. Always has been, always will be. People will encourage you, they might support you, but they can't do the work in your place. They can't wake up for you. They can't train for you. They can't study for you. They can't face your demons for you. Those battles are yours alone. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you gain power over your life. Because once you stop waiting for rescue, you stop being a victim. You stop hoping someone else will solve your problems. You realize that you are the one who has to fight through the pain, push past the resistance, and take control. This is why accountability matters. When you own the fight, you stop looking for excuses and you stop waiting for saviors. You become the savior. You become the one who steps into the arena, no matter how unprepared, no matter how scared, no matter how much it hurts. It's not about being fearless. It's about being responsible. Fear will be there. Doubt will be there. Weakness will be there. But none of them can take the fight from you unless you surrender it. It's your fight because it's your life. No one else cares about your dreams as much as you do. No one else cares about your potential as much as you should. That's why you can't outsource the grind. That's why you can't hand off the responsibility. People can cheer for you, but they can't climb the mountain for you. They can give you advice, but they can't walk the path for you. They can hand you tools, but they can't swing them for you. At the end of the day, the struggle is yours to endure and yours to conquer. And understand this, your fight will not look like anyone else's. The challenges you face are unique to you. The setbacks you deal with, the battles inside your mind, the obstacles in your environment, they are yours. Comparing your fight to someone else's only distracts you. Their journey is theirs. Yours is yours. What matters is not how easy or hard it looks compared to someone else. What matters is that you keep fighting. What matters is that you don't quit on the fight that was given to you. There will be moments when you feel isolated, when you feel like nobody understands, when you feel like the weight is crushing you. That's when you remind yourself, this is mine. This is my test. This is my battlefield. And because it is mine, I have the ability to face it. The fight may be brutal, but it's also the opportunity to prove who you are. To prove to yourself that you can endure, that you can rise, that you can push through. It's your fight, no one else's. That means you can't wait for someone to come and save you because they're not coming. You can't hope someone else will carry you because they won't. The fight is yours. And that's what makes it real. That's what makes it meaningful. That's what makes the victory worth it.